Hey there, Busy Kids. Welcome to a special bonus lesson in the Busy Kids Do Piano program. I have been wanting to do a tutorial for the song Defying Gravity from Wicked for a very long time. I'm a big fan of the musical. My children love the musical, and we love this song especially, of course. And now with the film coming out, I decided it's the perfect time to do this tutorial. We're just going to learn a portion of the song. We're learning the first verse and the chorus in this tutorial. The rhythm is the most challenging part of this piece. So the way that I've broken down this first lesson, we're just learning the melody, the right hand in this first lesson. And the way that I've broken it down is first I'm going to spend some time going over the syncopated rhythm with you in detail. If you already feel confident in the rhythm because you're familiar with this song, you can skip that part of the lesson and go to the part where we start playing it at the piano. But if you want to make sure your rhythm is accurate and that you're counting it correctly, then I would encourage you to watch this next part of the lesson video. And then in part 2, we'll go over the left hand accompaniment. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the rhythm. All right, so as I mentioned, this first verse has a lot of syncopation in it, which means that the beats, the words, are going to fall on the and of a lot of beats, which can be difficult. And like I also said before, if you're already familiar with this song and you don't really feel like you need to break down the counting and you just want to play it the way that you're used to hearing it, that's perfectly fine. You can fast forward through this part of the video and just go to where we start playing it at the piano. If you're looking for a deeper dive into very accurate rhythm for this section of the piece, then this video is for you. I've actually written in the counts for a lot of this, so that you can follow along and write them in as well, and then we'll practice clapping them together before we try them at the piano. So if we look at this first measure, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So something has. Okay, the has is syncopated because it comes on the and 4, and then we have a tied note, so you're not going to play it here. 1, 2, and then it's tied again, 3, 4. Okay, so the way that this is going to sound, rest, 2, 3, and 4, and hold, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, try just clapping that or saying the counts out loud while I play it. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's do it one more time together. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. All right, so that's the rhythm for that first 2 measures there. The next 2 measures, it's going to start the same. If you look at this rhythm in measure 1 and this rhythm in measure 3, they are the same, so you can copy the counts there. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then it just changes a little bit here. It's tied 1 and 2. And you have the rest on 3, 4. Okay, so that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try clapping that or saying the rhythm and following along with me while I do it. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. So you have to be sure you're coming in on and for this A here. Okay, let's try it again. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, rest, rest. Okay, let's try this whole line together now, following along with either clapping the rhythm or pointing or whatever works best for you. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. Very nice. All right, moving along, let's take a look at the second line here. We have the same rhythm. So once you get the hang of this first measure, that repeats, right? It repeats here and here. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. It's held for the 1, okay? And then we just have these nice steady quarter notes here for 2 measures, yay! And then it's syncopated again here. 1 and 2
and then you're gonna hold that because it's tied for 3, 4. So let's look at this measure here, okay? 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Else's game. Let's try clapping that, okay? Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right, got the rhythm for the first 2 lines down now. Let's take a look at the next line. There's a lot going on here. It's going to change it up a little bit. We have rest, 2 and, you're going to hold on beat 3 because that's a tied note, and then 4, we play a quarter note. That one's not too hard. 1, 2 and hold 4. And then we have some syncopation here. 1 and 2 and hold for 3, 4. So again, you can write that in if you need to. Here's how it's going to sound. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right, let's try clapping or tapping along while I play it. Ready, go. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. One more time. Ready, go. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right, next one. A lot going on still. We have 1 and. So you come in on the and here for too late, and 2. And then we have, this comes on beat 3, but the and comes on the dotted note here. So 3 and 4 and. So it sounds like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, just try clapping that with me. Ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. If it helps, you can also count the and that goes with this G here, where it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, you just have to remember that quarter note there. This is not an eighth note, so it gets the and of the 2. A little bit confusing there. And then here we have 1 and 2 and hold 2. Okay, so it comes on the and, the word sleep comes on the and then we hold it for the tied note. So you can write those in. Let's try clapping along and just listening while I play it. Ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. One more time. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right. Those first 3 lines are where the counting's the most complicated, so I just wanted to go over it in a little bit more detail with you now. Let's try learning the right hand on the piano. All right, our hand position to start the piece is going to be your thumb on the D above middle C, finger 1 on the D above middle C, and then notice we have an F sharp and C sharp. We're in the key of D major here for those of you who have learned key signatures. So my C sharp, when I cross over with finger 3, that's going to be a C sharp, so I'm playing the black key here. Okay, and I'm going back and forth here between 1 and 3. Now I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over the rhythm since that's something I did in the second part of this video. So be sure that you spend time with that if you're having trouble with the rhythm, that you watch the second part of this video. If you're already familiar with the rhythm because you're familiar with this piece or you're just confident in your ability to do the rhythm on your own, then you're ready to go with this part of the video. Okay, so I have something has, and then finger 5 is going to be here on the A, and then I'm going to go back to D, cross over with finger 3 again. This time I'm going to bring my thumb down to the A for me. Okay, so this is how the fingering looks. Pause the video and you just try playing those first 2 measures on your own and then press play. Okay, so you have the fingering down. We want to make sure our rhythm is also accurate. See if you can try playing this with me now. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Let's do it together one more time. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. All right, now I'm all set up for measures 3 and 4. Finger 4 is here on the D. For something is not the same. Don't forget the C sharp here. And then you end on the same, which is going to be the A here. Okay, here's how it sounds with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. Okay, so pause the video, try measures 3 and 4 on your own, and then press play. All right, you've learned the entire first line of the piece. It's going to start very similar in measure 5 here. We have the same notes and rhythm as the beginning. I'm through with playing, and these are going to be all quarter notes. You're going to cross over with finger 3 to that C sharp, by the, and then we have a big jump here. So I'm on A, I'm going to jump all the way up to D. So it helps to have a nice open hand here. And then finger 4 is going to play this C sharp of some, and then I have a big reach here between fingers 2 and 1, okay? I'm playing an interval of a fifth, but I'm playing it with fingers 2 and 1. Someone else's game. So as soon as you play the someone, you can bring finger 2 so that it's ready to play the E there, okay? So watch me do those last 2 measures. Rules of someone else's game, okay? Pause the video, try the first 2 lines, right hand only, and then press play. All right, so we left off here, someone else's game. Finger 4 is ready to go in measure 9. It's on the G, okay? So we have too late, 4, don't forget the F sharp with finger 3, and then I have a little bit of a reach here with finger 2. My finger 2 is going to play the D, and then I'm going to reach to A with 1, cross over to the G, and that way I have finger 5 ready for the D. Okay, so it's a little bit of crossing over and reaching there. So watch me do this again. I start with finger 4 on G, too late, 4, reach to D with 2, reach to A with 1, cross over, and then finger 5 is there for D. Okay, here's the rhythm. Here's what it'll sound like. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, 4. So pause the video, try playing that a couple of times, and see if you can also do it with accurate rhythm, and then press play. Let's try playing measures 9 and 10 together and see if you can match your rhythm up with mine, okay? So finger 4 starts on the G. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, 4. Let's try that much together one more time. If it's too difficult to play along with me, just try clapping. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, 4. Okay, now we're moving on to the next 2 measures, measure 11 and 12 here. So I ended with my finger 5 on D. Now I'm going to move finger 3 up to this G above middle C. Too late to go, don't forget your F sharp. My thumb is here on D. Back to sleep. I have 1, 5, 4. Okay, for my fingering there. It should fit really nicely underneath the hand. So pause the video, try those 2 measures, measures 11 and 12 a couple of times on your own, and then press play. All right, let's finish up the verse here with "It's time to trust my instincts." A little bit more of a straightforward rhythm. We left off here with finger 4 on the A. You're going to move finger 5 to the G here. It's time to F sharp, trust my, and then instincts. We have a reach here between the 2 and the 1. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so here's how that entire section looks. It's time to trust my instincts. Pause the video, try the right hand only in those 2 measures, and then press play. All right, in these last 2 measures here, we have a lot of hand position changing here. Okay, so I'm doing close my eyes. Finger 4 on the F sharp there, close my eyes. And then when I repeat the D, I'm gonna switch and play it with finger 1. So it looks like this, close my eyes, and you try. All right, for leap, I'm gonna reach up with finger 3 to this A. Okay, and then I have these notes that aren't part of the melody. They're not part of the words that are sung. These are the only notes that the right hand plays that aren't part of the melody, so you can play them a little bit softer. It's just like this little flourish before we go into the chorus. Okay, so I'm doing for that little flourish, I'm going to come in with finger 1 on the A, reach to D, E, A. Okay, D, E, A, this really high A up here. And then I have a little bit of a rest, an eighth note rest to jump down to the A for the chorus. Okay, so that whole section now from Leap looks like this. I do finger 3 on A, switch. Okay, so pause the video, try those 3 measures from Close My Eyes and Leap into It's Time To, and then press play. Okay, so now we're in the chorus. You're almost done with this section of Defying Gravity here. It's time to, you're gonna do fingers 2 and 4 here on the A and D, and the reason you're gonna do that is because that way finger 1 is free for the F sharp here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to move finger 5 to the A. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this should fit really nicely under the hand here. I have F sharp and E. While I'm holding this E down, I'm going to switch to finger 1, okay? And let's just do that much. So start with To Try Defying Gravity with this finger 5 on E and go all the way through the finger switch on T of Gravity a couple of times on your own, and then press play. Okay, let's try playing that much together from 2, the quarter note at the end of measure 17. Okay, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1. Did you remember to switch fingers here? You should be ending on finger 1 there. All right, now I have another really fast finger switch that's happening here. It's I think, so it's 8th notes. I'm repeating the A, 3, 1. Try that with me. 3, 1. And the reason I switch is because that way my finger 5 is ready to go on the E here. I'll try, don't forget your C sharp. And then we have a crossover to the F sharp with finger 2. And then for ing gravity, that's going to be a little bit of a reach there. From the D to the grav is going to be an F sharp, okay? And then we cross over, and you can't pull me down. That should all fit really nicely under the hand. Just don't forget we have 2 8th notes, and you can't, and then it's dotted, pull me down, okay? So pause the video, see if you can try from I think through the end, you can't pull me down, a few times on your own. Lots of challenging fingering happening in there, so nice long pause here while you run through it a few times and then press play. Okay, you've gone through all the sections of this part of Defying Gravity with me now. I'm going to go ahead and play the right hand only, the entire thing, so that you can hear how it will sound like when you've had a chance to practice it.